Okay. Okay, hello and good evening everyone and welcome to Lauba. We will have this opening in English. As you know, our artist is British, for everybody to understand. We are very happy to have him here, to exhibit here with his work that actually explores Croatian heritage and the things that are kind of forgotten today. It was really nice from my side, from my part, it was really nice to work with Andrew, and he was very understanding, and he actually opened my eyes about some topics. So I hope that you will also like it. We have here the installations, let's say, the drawings, and also the video. Now it's muted, but you will watch it later. Also, you can scan it on this QR code. I hope you will enjoy it. I hope we made this whole space and how we put up everything in a way that you will like it, and I hope you will enjoy it. I will now leave the word to Andrew because he has more to say about his work.
Thank you. Dear friends, well, it is an honor to be exhibiting in this esteemed gallery and to welcome you tonight, especially His Excellency, the British Ambassador, Ambassador Simon Thomas, my favorite ambassador, other esteemed guests, the artists and writers amongst you, ladies and gentlemen, family and dear friends. I'm very grateful to Mr. Tomislav Klitschko, who is the director of Lauba, for giving me this opportunity, to Lucia, his curatorial assistant, and to Fran, the technician who helped me hang this work. For 20 years now, I've been focusing all my creative output on one place, and that is the village of Bukovlja. As I often quote the 19th century English writer Thomas Hardy, who said, "I believe it is better to know a little of the world very well than a lot of the world very little." And that's always been my philosophy wherever I've lived. I've always gone deep into the history and culture of the place where I've lived. Over these years, in being engaged with my neighbours, I have produced almost 300 films of my village, its people, customs, and their way of life. And over the years, each project has gradually narrowed my focus of my attention in the village. From painting the limestone cast in the woods around me, to my restoring and painting the last dew pond, the last mlaka in the village. As there's no cattle left there, they're all being filled in except for this last one, which I've been preserving and painting. And this is an ongoing project, and even after 4 years, it is still inspiring my painting. This project, The Labour of the Field, condenses these 20 years of work down to a single point, to a single man. And that man is called Mate Fudoric, the man who built our house and who worked the land around us. I never met him, but that is not important. His presence lingers everywhere. Each of my projects has been an attempt to engage with nature, touching on rural mythology, and to cross that temporal divide between now and then. As the writer L.P. Hartley wrote, "The past is a foreign country. They do things differently there." In a sense, I've come full circle. Back in 2008, I wrote this book of poems, which comprises of 2 parallel monologues, whereby the voices come from different time periods, from then and now. Both voices speak about the landscape, the village, and the work on the land. One voice is more down to earth, as I imagined Mate's voice would have been. The other voice from today has a slightly more romantic, idealistic view of the place, where there are places where their lines briefly come together and the voices speak as one. It's a work designed to be read aloud by 2 people for maximum effect. So who is Mate? He is, in a sense, every man. He is a character that features throughout history, in mythology, in legends. The green man, the wild man of the woods, Mokosh, Leshi, Basiljaun. He represents everyone in the village, everyone who works the land and tends to animals. He represents everyone that has gone to the wood cut down trees to collect firewood, or gone to the natural spring to collect drinking water. For without animals, without fire, without water, there is no survival in the village. After 20 years, Mate has spoken to me again. The boards on which I painted the goats, he cut them 20, 30 years ago. The tools are his. They are rusty now, but they have a wonderful patina of age and wear and tear. I still try to use some of his tools to keep that continuity, that sense and that link with the past, to reach back and make a tenuous link with the past. The past does not necessarily need to be a foreign country. Let us not wait until we feel nostalgic to engage with it and learn from it. The wisdom of the village, of agrarian culture that touches all our lives, still has so much to teach us. Thank you. Okay. What are you trying? Please continue to enjoy and the video presentation. You must know some of these characters.
Well, I was saying, I know some Peter and Paul's and children. Sorry.
Yeah, that's quite near my mother's. Yeah. Oh, that's most fabulous wall paintings.
Actually, I know partly because I used to go bell ringing, you see.
Oh yeah,
so I kind of got to know quite a number of these lovely little churches.
Yes,
in that sort of area. So,
super, yeah.
So how do you kind of picture all the reference pieces? I mean, there are so many.
Well, this romantic vision of the countryside, a shepherd with sheep, and then I mixed them with the naive pictures in, because this all comes from the village. These are the tours of Mate. And
I love the fact you've used the wood.
Yeah, he cut them, yes. I've had to treat the wood because of all the woodwork. And the little ladder, I didn't know what that was for. It's too flimsy for any human, but it's in the chicken coop for the chickens to get up. And of course, that has got woodworm, and the right leg broke, and you can perhaps see at the back I've had to brace it, repair it.
So I have to ask you, how did you find this particular village, and how did you sort of choose to settle there?
Jasta gave me a copy of Plavi Oglasnik, which is like a free ad newspaper, and she said, find us a flat in Zagreb. And before we met, I wanted to have a weekend cottage. And I just turned to the weekend page, ran my fingers down. First advert I saw, House Uzmreshitsu, which is the most wonderful river. Povolno, attractive price. So she called, and they told her the price, and they said 16,000, and she thought they said 60,000. But I said, okay, well, let's still go and have a look at it. So we went, and we met one of the neighbours who showed us the house, and it was in the winter. We really liked it, and there was quite a large piece of land attached to it with an orchard. And then she heard it was 16, but she still managed to knock the price down another 500.
Break the code of these Latin names. I'm not sure what they mean. Perhaps you might.
Well, if you notice on the little photographs, there's an English name of the grass. Mm-hmm. These are all the grasses I found on my field, and the Latin names are what you see above the go-to.
Look that up though, because as you went.
Yeah, we should.
It's a very touching story.
Yeah.
I feel as though it was interesting when you kind of picking Thomas Hardy's quote and things like that. I feel as though in some ways it's kind of so totally the opposite of kind of the life of a diplomat. That whole because you end up just skirting over everything on such a, But actually, one of the great things, in some ways, actually, you do get this ambassador. You do get to kind of stop in one place for a year, drill down. But I guess that's why it's lovely kind of to do things. But to actually have someone who's really been able to drill down and focus on that level of detail over one time.
Yes.
It's maybe the grass is always green, and you kind of always look at things.
Well, I gave it to Alex.
I made something.
Brilliant, thank you.